certainly with identity politics, woke culture, cancer culture. I thought that was something that ravaged our nation psychologically, because you had people literally scared they were going to lose their jobs if they pronounced the wrong pronoun, for crying out loud. It got that bad, and I think that's one of the reasons that Donald Trump is in office today, because so much stuff, a lot is focused on the individual as opposed to actual policies itself. I'm talking about what they preached and what they talked to the American people about.
That's ESPN host and Trump critic StephenASmith making CNN's Jake Tapper look uncomfortable as he criticizes the Democratic Party. Smith says the party has forgotten about its main supporters and is too focused on extreme progressive ideas instead of real policies. Welcome to news. I'm Furkish. If you needed proof that the Democratic Party has lost its way, here it is. StephenASmith, who has supported liberal ideas for a long time, is now saying what many Americans have felt for years. The party that used to support working people is now focused on identity politics, media spin, and seems out of touch with reality. Now, even mainstream media is trying to deal with the problem by inviting frustrated liberals on their shows to say what the media itself won't say openly.
You realize that if you are an elected official, your real work is with the campaign. Once you get into office, literally you can get away. I'm talking about the nation's capital specifically, not state and local politics, just the nation's capital. You realize that you can literally go on Capitol Hill, and all your job is to do is to disagree with the other side. You don't even have to do anything else. Whatever the other side feels, you feel the opposite. That's not work. That's not going across the aisle. That's not maneuvering your way through the terrain, through the political terrain, and really negotiating on behalf of your constituency and the American people. All we're doing is engaging in acrimony and hate. And as a result, the American citizens are suffering. So when I look at it from that standpoint, and I think the kind of impact that I could have as a centrist, as a moderate, as somebody who believes in being sensical and engaging in common sense, unfortunately, I believe that if I did take this very, very seriously and I moved forward and I decided that I wanted to be a politician, do I believe I could win? You're damn right. But it's by default. It's not because I'm the most qualified candidate in the world. It's because of the state of our politics in the nation's capital, the politicians that we're looking at, and the fact that we don't believe for 1 second that they are serving the interests of the American people, nor are they interested in it. People look at me and they know one thing: I would be interested in serving the American people and doing what's in the best interest of this country. That means you, that means me, that means the black community, the Hispanic community, the white community, everybody. Because if all of us are rife with chaos, all that's going to lead to is America's destruction. And why would we want to be a part of that? So again, I'm not qualified. There are plenty of people that are qualified, more qualified to be at practically everybody. But are you going to win? And are you going to be committed to doing what's in the best interest of America? I know I'm that kind of person. That much I will say for myself. I'm not interested in division. I'm interested in galvanizing. That's what I'm about. That's what I try to be about. And sometimes you do that by calling it like you see it. And that's certainly something that I have proven I would do. I'd call it like I see it.
When Stephen A. said that politicians mostly just argue with the other side, he explained what's wrong with Washington in one sentence. It's all just for show. Politicians acting like they're doing something, but really just putting on a performance. Both political parties do this, but let's be honest, the Democrats are especially good at it. Instead of solving real problems, they focus on saying catchy slogans and attacking their opponents. That's why people are tired of politics, and why the system is starting to fall apart. What's funny is that media people like Jake Tapper helped create this problem. Now, they have to sit there awkwardly while their own guests criticize the very system they used to defend.
What are some of the things that Democrats have been doing that have turned you off and that make you say the party needs to be purged? Who needs to be purged from it, first of all? Do you have any names?
Well, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to do that to a lot of people. But we know who the extreme left is. We know how they go about operating. We know what we lean towards when it came to open borders. We know that the spending was excessive, even though it's excessive on the Republican side as well. I think a $37 trillion budget, when Republicans try to act like it's just the Democrats, that's not true. But the Democrats certainly shouldn't be absolved from blame in that regard. I'm talking about what they preached and what they talked to the American people about. more so than what they're doing. The kind of messages that they were disseminating was incredibly uncomfortable to listen to and to hear. And I thought that it wasn't emblematic of what most Americans are thinking about. They're trying to pay their mortgages, rent, buy food and groceries, pay gas, and deal with the prices, the cost of living. And they want safety in the streets. That's primarily what most American citizens are about, trying to live in peace and harmony. And that's not something that I think either side has promoted along the way. And that's why I think the state of the nation is what it is at this particular moment in time.
I don't agree with everything StephenASmith says, but is completely right about this. The fear-based culture pushed by the left since the Obama years isn't real liberalism. It feels more like control. And because of that, millions of people left the Democratic Party and started supporting Trump. Democrats used to focus on real issues like jobs and wages. Now, they worry more about using the right words and supporting extreme ideas. Like Smith said, they care more about feelings and actual policies. What's funny is that Jake Tapper looks surprised, like he's never heard this before, even though people like him in the media helped create this culture. Now he has to sit quietly while guests call it out. It's almost funny. Welcome to reality, Jake. Your party lost its way, and now people are starting to notice. But what do you think? Is Stephen A. right? Did Democrats hurt themselves by going too far with progressive ideas and media spin? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps us. Thanks for watching. This has been News.